Shri Vasudevaya. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam.
13:14. One should hold one's body, neck, and head erect in a straight line and stare steadily at the tip of the nose. Thus, with an unagitated, subdued mind, devoid of fear, completely free from sex life, one should meditate upon me within the heart and make me the ultimate goal of life.
This is the process. First of all, you have to select a nice place, solitary place, and you have to execute alone. Not that you go to a yoga class and pay your fees and make some gymnastics and come back home and do all nonsense. You see? Don't be entrapped by all these ridiculous things. You see? Simply, such society, I can declare, is the society of the cheaters and the cheated. You see? Here is the practice. Here you can see, and spoken by the supreme authority, Krishna. Is there any person better yogi than Krishna? Here is the authoritative statement that you have to practice like this. Now, one should hold one's body. First of all, you have to select your place, holy place, alone, and special seat. Then you have to sit straight like this. One should hold one's body, neck and head erect, a straight line. This is the yoga process. These things help to concentrate the mind. That's all. But the real purpose of yoga is to keep Krishna always within yourself. Here it is stated that one should hold one's body, neck and head erect in a straight line and stare steadily at the tip of the nose. Now, here, you have to see. And if you close meditation, you sleep. I have seen so many so-called meditators, they are sleeping. I have seen it. Because as soon as you close your eyes, it is natural that you feel sleepy. You see, that part, half closed. You have to see, that is the process. You have to see the tip of your nose, two eyes. Thus, with unagitated mind, this process will help your mind to be fixed up. Unagitated mind, subdued mind, devoid of fear. Yes. Because you have to, generally the yogis, they used to practice in jungle. And if he is thinking, oh, some tiger is coming or not, or what is that? Or some snake is coming. Because you have to sit down alone in a jungle. You see. And there are so many animals, tigers and deers and snakes. So, therefore it is specially stated, devoid of fear. Devoid. The skin of deer is specially used in yogasana because it has got some medical effect that snakes do not come. If you sit down on that particular skin, the snakes and reptiles will not come there. That is the purpose. You will not be disturbed. Devoid of fear, completely free from sex life. You see, if you indulge in sex life, you cannot fix up your mind in anything. That is the effect of brahmachari life. If you remain brahmachari without sex life, then you can be determined. Just like we have seen a practical example of Mahatma Gandhi in India. Now, he started a movement, non-violent, non-cooperation. The moment the fight was declared against the powerful British Empire, just see, and he determined that I shall fight with the Britishers non-violent, without any weapon, because India was dependent, there was no weapon. And several times it was attempted by armed revolution. But these Britishers are more powerful, they cut down. So Gandhi, he invented this method that I shall fight with the Britishers, even they become violent, I shall not become violent, so I shall get world sympathy. So this was his plan. He was a great statesman. But his determination was so fixed up because he was a brahmachari. At the age of 36 years, he gave up. He had his wife, but he gave up his sex life. He was a family man. He had children. He had his wife. But from the age of 36, young man, 36-year-old, he gave up sex life with his wife. That made him so determined that I shall drive away these Britishers from the land of India, and he did it. You see? And he actually did it. So, controlling the sex life, to refrain from sex life is so powerful. Even if you don't do anything, if you simply restrain your sex life, you become a very powerful man. People do not know the secret. So, anything you do, if you want to do it with determination, you have to stop sex life. That is the secret. So, any process, take Vedic process. Either you take yoga process or bhakti process or jnana process. In no process sex indulgence is allowed. No. Sex indulgence is only allowed family life just to beget very nice children. That's all. Sex life is not for sense enjoyment. Although there is enjoyment by nature, unless there is enjoyment, why one should take responsibility of family life? That is the secret of nature's gift. But we should not take advantage of it. These are the secrets of life. These are the secrets of life. So yoga practice, such a nice thing. If you indulge in sex life, this is simply nonsense. Simply nonsense. And if anyone says that you go on with your sex life as much as you like, at the same time you become a yogi, simply pay my fees, I give you some miracle mantra. These are all nonsense. They are all nonsense. But we want to be cheated. We want to be cheated. We want something sublime, very cheap. That means we want to be cheated. If you want very nice thing, you must pay for it. No, I shall go to a store. Sir, I can pay you 10 cents. You give me the best thing. How can you expect by 10 cents? If you want to purchase some value, if you want to purchase gold, then you have to pay for it. Similarly, if you want perfection in yoga practice, then you have to pay for it like this. Don't make it childish affair. That is the instruction of Bhagavad Gita. If you make it childish affair, then you will be cheated. And so many cheaters are ready to cheat you and take your money and go out. That's all. Here is the statement, authoritative statement. Free from sex life.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.